Okay guys, I'm going to be going into the markets and I'm going to build it up in front of you. Now, I'm going to use daddy levels, I'm going to use basic direction, I'm going to look at correlation, and then I'm going to trade. Okay, so let's flick this over. Why am I doing this? Well, it's Friday, it's the last day of the year for me to trade. I don't trade on a Friday anyway. Not if I can help it, because I just don't like it. Friday is kind of my day off. But I was looking in here and I saw Pete working out his DAX trade, which is there. Okay. So I'm going to do it as well. That's an engine that they all have access to. Works out direction for them, strength of market, etc. And then it drops down into a summary page. And so I'm going to build mine up. I'm going to do the summary and I'll show you the summary. But I'm doing this for you, Fossil. Little salute. It's really off the cuff because I was going to have the day off, but I saw that you were looking at it and you were wondering about it. And I thought, right, I'll stick me 2 penneth in and have a little look, shall I? Because that's what I do. Because that's naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Not as naughty as Winky, though. Winky's really naughty. Yeah. Naughty in a bad way. Bad way. Oh, it's Christmas as well. Oh, I haven't got my hat. I'll have to get my hat. Hold on. Just a sec. I'll just pause the camera just a second. Right, that's better. I just quickly had to type something out and send an Alexa message to Winky. Now, one or two things will happen. She'll either abate and she'll come up and she'll be in a really good mood and say, oh, there you are, my love. Or she'll come up and kill me. Chances are it'll be the second one. She doesn't like Alexa telling her what to do. She doesn't like me telling her what to do either, to be honest. Anyway, what we're looking at here. So, the US has rocketed to the top of the chart. Now, this is going to put pressure on a lot of items, i.e. it's going to put pressure on gold. So if it's putting pressure on gold, that means gold in theory should be coming down if the US is going up. But it's also going to put pressure on the euro. Now, the euro is still holding its ground, but it's not as strong as the dollar. And it'll also put pressure on the pound as well. So in theory, euro dollar and pound dollar should be moving down and gold should be moving up. Now, if that's the case and you're looking at correlations, the indices should be moving up as well. Okay, so let's just move that out of the way for now. And there you go. There's gold pushing down. There's dollar pushing up, forcing the euro down, which is forcing a massive movement on the indices, which is pushing up here. Now I can see that. And then again, there's the correlation. It's pushing the pound down, which is pushing the FTSE up. Okay, right. That's given me a good basis to work to. So if I move over into trade, there's gold merrily pushing down as it is here. What we're going to do is we're going to pull up the German. Here it is here. There is your major movement. Now we're going to run this from a clean chart. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly do the bias on this thing. Way up, here she comes. Oh, he brought my hat. You got no clothes on?
I have.
Yeah, look at that, boys and girls. She's taking her clothes off. Fortunately, she did the first one. Could have been really bad if she did this. Do you want to do the second one? You do the bad thing.
We don't know.
Huh?
We don't know.
Well, nothing. You normally either come in where you're going to kill me, or you're going to be nice to me.
I have. I brought you breakfast.
You brought me breakfast. Shall we have breakfast in bed? Go on. Okay. Oh, no, free as well.
We're going shopping.
Huh? Oh.
You promised. You said I'm off Friday and we'll go shopping.
See?
Get the last of the presents.
See, boys, well, bar humbug to that one. Bar humbug. Where's your Christmas hat?
It's downstairs.
It's all right.
I do have one.
You got your Christmas knickers as well?
Just get on with it.
Oh, okay. Right. So I use a combination of indicators, just basic stuff, you know, Bollinger Bands, RSIs, MACDs, moving averages. I just use basic stuff to get a gauge of what's going on. All right, so give me a second and I'm going to do that for you now.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay guys, so what we've done is I've dropped it into here for you. I'll show you the bigger version in just a second. So this carries on from the chat that they're having, waiting for the pullback, etc., and one thing and another. So they're doing their bit. So it is dropping, which is not out of the ordinary. Now this is the summary sheet, and what it's telling me is it's kind of a risky trade. It's a C trade. It's still in a bull market of sorts. So the dominance is buy. The low time frames are a question mark, so that's dangerous. But the trade is going to be a buy, and the +1 -1 is agreeing with it, and it's telling you it's pretty good. Okay, so we're looking for buys off this particular move here. So if I go and I haven't got anything to work with, there's a couple of things I can do. I can put daddy levels in, which is here, or I can start looking at extensions and one thing and another. So I can see the last move happened probably about there before it locked in, and it topped out up there. Okay, so I'm just going to drop this in. Now what I'm doing here is I'm framing up the trade based on some key elements. Okay, so I'm putting that there, and I'm putting that there. All right, so that's created a trading arena for it to work in based on this last movement here. Now we've also got what's going on around here. Now I can't really use any Fibonacci because there's nothing locked in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking at this. So what I've also got from yesterday is this level here. And then we're looking at the high point. It's basically the open, close, high, low, and midpoint. And then I'm going to put in some expansions over and above that. Drop them in. Okay. Now this is the quick and lazy way to do things. It's not the best way to do it. The best way is a full markup, which is what I prefer to do. I'm just going to drop this in here. Put that up there. Just widen that out. Okay. I prefer to put full markups in. Okay. And then I'm going to look down on the hourly chart in just a second. Okay. So it's actually running at the 127 at the moment. That's what the point is there. All right. So I've now got a set of markers that I can easily work with. The last drive of this particular market is here. So we've got a high point and a low point. So we've got that there through to there. And now what I can do is put entry exits in. Okay. Now I already know I'm only scalping this, so it's going to be around 10, 15 pips at best. And if I do that, I'll be happy. Never chase the money, guys, only chase the process. Did a video yesterday, and in it I showed two accounts. One was spot gold, which is very slow and was only going to generate about 20 quid. The other one was pair gold, and it generated about 200 quid in the same period. That's because the pairs operate at 10 times that of gold. Nobody was really interested too much in the spot. They immediately wanted to know the other one, but the process was the same, which I found quite disappointing because that means people are chasing the money. And I know people don't like it when I talk about freeloaders and gamblers and everything, but it's exactly what you're doing. And that's why you fail. Follow the process right through. Right, we're in. We're going to buy these levels. Why? Because they're good levels to buy at. Now, what we need to do is probably get down high. I can start buying on this one and follow the price down. And that mightn't be too bad an idea. So I'm wanting to buy on here. Okay, so we're buying that. We'll put the order in above the red candle. So it has to break that red. And we'll just put an arbitrary target in at 10 pips. So 10 pips will get us here, which is above that. Right, it's triggered me in. Okay, so it's got in a bit early. You can see it's starting to push up. And this is one of the beauties of working things out before you come to market. You already got half the battle. Right, so if I'm targeting here, there is a swing point there and there's another swing point down here. Now this market's quite aggressive. So you've got to kind of plan this out a little bit. So my box of pain, if I drop this out onto a 15-minute, it'll show me. It's kind of here. Okay, so I don't really want this market to move much past this point here. Okay, now I know it looks far away, but actually if I break the trade up, it lessens the load and it's not as bad as it looks. Okay, so that's where my box of pain is. Just drop this down here a second. And I'm going to put some additional orders in as well. So let me just do that here. So my last point of entry would be approximately there. So yeah, okay. So if I come down slightly, drop another order there. Let me just work out. I just want to work something out a second, guys. Yeah. I'm approximately based on a 3-stage entry, 1-on-1 to stop. Give or take. Right, there we go. Happy with that. So I can set this back down. Got key orders into place. Is that right? So where's that? Actually, that wants to be there. That wants to be there. Just need to adjust these in slightly. So that wants to come down ever so. That moves up. And that one wants to move to there. And that one up. That's it. Right. So the orders are in place correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy this level, and this level near enough. And what we're looking for is approximately 10 pips, which is into this slot. Why 10 pips? Because this is telling me to look for 9. Don't know whether you can see it from my head, but there you go. 9 pips. Okay. Now, the reason behind that is it's a risky trade. So I just want to get in and I want to get out as quick as possible. And the reason why I do that is because I don't want to outstay my welcome. If I outstay my welcome, I will have a problem. And we don't like problems, do we? No, we don't, Scruff. We like trades. Do you like problems?
No.
Well, you've got a problem.
What, you need some coffee?
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say I needed something else. It's Christmas. It's that time of the year.
Is it right?
It is. It's when you start giving it up. Honk, honk.
For you, Hong Kong,
It's true, you know. What when you get old, birthdays and Christmas. It's a shame, really. Go on, you're my favourite toy. Can I play with you? Eh? What can I play a bit to you?
Just get on. I'll make the coffee.
Right, we'll let this play out. Okay guys, seems to be struggling to get higher, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill off the top trade. I'm going to shut off the bottom trade, and this one I'm just going to try and see if it'll get to the blue line, but it looks like it. Come on, just a touch. Go on, go for it. Come on, come on, there we go, bang. Right, what have I been doing? Oh, better just make certain I've got my tickets off. Yeah, I've been working all morning on this. Did a little bit on pound JPY, which is what I do all the time anyway. But I wanted to show you this DAX trade for Fossil. Salute to you, kid. And as you can see, carving and carving and carving, it's done okay. It's stalled bang on that predetermined level that I put in, and it's been struggling at that point for best part of an hour. So I've taken the decision just to kill it out. Now, why would I do that? Well, it's quite simple, really. I'm looking for momentums in the market all the time. My idea is this was going to push up to the upside, and I still believe it will, but it's Friday. No, Friday is a real bad day to trade, and it certainly is, because I haven't got my coffee, and we all know Scruffy likes a coffee, and she did say she was going to bring me a coffee, and she's buggered off to do her hair and not come back. This is no good. But that's the same with the chart, because as wives are unpredictable, and trust me, Winky is unpredictable as it gets. I mean, Joanne, love of my life. One word from me and she does as she likes, normally with my credit card. But the charts are the same. Just because you think it's going to do something doesn't mean to say it will. They are living and breathing. Now, we make our money on the right-hand side of the chart, the unknown. All we can do is take reference from the left-hand side of the chart, an echo of the past. And what those levels present to me are stall points. And it was stalling on the blue one. And it was struggling to get through it. Here, I'll show you. Just as you can see, it struggled along that level. And it's a predetermined level, and now it's pulling away. If I hadn't took the money, I'd have give it back. That's no good. It's not what we want to do. Now, I also had to have a point of pain. Now, point of pain for me was down here underneath this swing point, which was predetermined from the higher time frames. And I'm prepared to work that range. And why is it a range? Because we can't time the market perfectly. But if you work in a range or a zone, whatever you want to call them, and then you have a predetermined idea based on what's happened in the past, you can safely kind of judge the trade. And that's what I do day in, day out. It's why I use that tool all the time. It's one of the best things I've ever put together. I put it together for the guys simply because I can do it in my head. But that's because I've done the chart so long. I'm looking at multiple time frames, multiple points of data to work the averages out. And as long as those averages are stacked more in my favor than against, then it's a good trade. Simple stuff. You find all of this sort of in the modules. Drop on my website, you'll sharp find them. And if you're stuck, my contact details are there as well. So these videos are just to show you that it's possible, and they're not flukes, because I do get that a lot as well. You were lucky that day. Not really, because I do it day in, day out, every day. And I tell the guys in the squad what I'm going to do before I do it, because they see it in the market updates. So at 9 o'clock, they know exactly what I'm doing. I can't hide behind that. And we have regular live streams as well, where we, in front of each other on live charts, and we make our predictions. And, well, I'm not wrong that often. So read into that what you will. Anyway, so as always, well, I was going to say, like what I normally do, trade well and everything, but it's kind of the last video of the year. There will be some, I've put some together for you to sort of pre-scheduled while I'm having a break, because I'm going to be taking a break now for about a month. And why? Well, because trading gives me the opportunity to do that. And ultimately, that's what we're here for. I'm here for freedom, not the money. The money just buys the freedom. And that's a misconception as well. A lot of people look at the money first. I don't. I look at what I want. The money's just the byproduct of doing the job. But for whatever you're doing this Christmas and New Year, I hope it's a fantastic one. I genuinely do. And let's see if Santa Claus can bring you some lovely gifts. Certainly going to bring me a lovely gift, which he did a long time ago, and she's still here, which is a bloody miracle, because it's a big milestone year for us next year. We've been married quite a long time. It's 15 years next year, because I eventually made her an honest woman when she was 40. And yeah, we were living in sin, but we married 15 years next year, and I'm going to have a holiday every single month next year. That's my gift to her. That's the power of trading, guys. Do what you like, travel around, and if I want to work, I'll just take the rig with me. So as always, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.